All right, hey Titans, I'm here at Aldi and we are going to do a bit of a shopping spree today. So come on in and come shopping with me. So a couple of things that we're going to be picking up at Aldi today is the ingredients to make our peanut butter chocolate chip oatmeal energy bars. These are a really easy no-bake recipe that I like to make for the week. Let's take a look at the nutritional value here since we just went over reading a food label. Total fat looks good. We're at 13.5 grams. Our total carbohydrates are at 29 grams and protein is at 12.5 grams. So all three of our macro numbers are really good. Our saturated fat number is under that 20%. Our cholesterol and our sodium are right at that 5% where we're looking at. So this is a really great healthy option for us to consume. So one of the first things we're going to be looking for our products is
old-fashioned rolled oats, and they're on sale today at Aldi for $1.99. So you can see I'm paying 4 cents per ounce. I like to get old-fashioned oats. There are seal-cut oats, and there are these quick oats, but I prefer old-fashioned rolled oats.
All right, let's talk peanut butter. So this is the next item that we need. I went with this no-stir creamy peanut butter. Oftentimes it's called a natural peanut butter, and it's very interesting. If we were to look at its ingredients, this is why. Because we have peanuts, cane sugar, palm oil, salt, and molasses in its ingredient list. There's really nothing in there that's alarming. I want you to take a look at this creamy peanut butter that most people go and grab off the shelf. It is the cheapest. It's a 40-ounce jar, costing you only $3.19. But if we take a look at its ingredients, you'll notice a little bit different than the healthy version. And so it has peanuts, it has your sugar, but now it has this hydrogenated vegetable oil in it. And your hydrogenated vegetable oil is what manufacturers add to peanut butters to keep it from separating from the oil in the peanut butter. Most of the time when you have a peanut butter, you'll have that oil on top and you'll have to give it a good stir. Most of the times even you have to keep those peanut butters in the refrigerator. But to avoid that inconvenience, manufacturers are adding the hydrogenated vegetable oil, which really just supplies as a trans fat. Last week we learned about trans fats and especially how they form the fat that's really harmful to our hearts. With this hydrogenated vegetable oil, we are basically eating an unhealthy form of fat that will raise our bad cholesterol. Like we talked last week, we talked about the lousy cholesterol or the LDL, the low density lipoproteins, compared to the healthy cholesterol, the high density lipoproteins. And when we are ingesting something like this product that is going to raise the bad and lower the good is there to battle out the bad. So if you remember that video that we looked at with the plaque buildup, we're raising the bad here, which could potentially be harmful to our arteries and that plaque buildup. So really important that you guys are reading your labels and understanding the specific ingredients and the effects. And so it's interesting here because if you look at the value itself of trans fat, it is at 0 grams. So manufacturers are getting really smart with just putting enough in there that it's not detectable and they don't have to actually list it. However, it's listed in its ingredients. So we know that a hydrogenated vegetable oil is a trans fat. So just something tricky that manufacturers are doing to consumers. Another great ingredient that this recipe calls for is flax seeds. Last week we talked about how flaxseed is categorized under our fat macronutrient category. And if we go ahead and we take a look at this nutritional label here, we'll see that our fat is at 12 grams, our total carbs are at 10, our proteins are at 6. So if you look at the serving size, we have 4 tablespoons are giving us 6 grams of protein. Has great numbers for our dietary fiber, 7 grams. This really is a great cholesterol-free food, giving us 6 grams of protein and a great source of fiber. So I love adding it to this particular recipe. And then next we're gonna do chia seeds, and if we take a look at this nutritional value, again, we're gonna get a good source of fat here, 10 grams. Carbs are at 10 grams, and again, protein is at 6. What I really like about chia seeds is the dietary fiber in it, giving us 10 grams. This is over 20%, which is giving us 36%. So this is a really great high fiber item that's gonna aid in our digestive system. Our next ingredient is honey, and one reason why I love this ingredient is because that's all it is honey. There's no extra anything in this product. So I went ahead and I bought the bigger one. I believe it was about $5. I love that this recipe calls for chocolate, so I went ahead and I grabbed these mini semi-sweet chocolate morsels. You really can't go wrong adding these in. If you wanted to get dark chocolate or the semi-sweet or milk chocolate, whatever you choose, it really helps aid with a sweet tooth craving. Here are 3 additional ingredients that this recipe can call for. You can add if you'd like. This is our vanilla extract bottle that I picked up today from Aldi. This is our whey protein. This is from Walmart. I believe it's $16 from Walmart. And 2 scoops is giving you 60 grams of protein there. So I am going to put in 2 scoops into this recipe. Please be careful putting in protein. Make sure that you're allowed to use it and have it. If you put in too much protein, it makes this recipe really chalky and dry, so add sparingly. And then lastly, hemp hearts. We talked about hemp hearts last week when we were talking about macros. This is another way to get that protein count up. If we take a look at this nutritional value, we're looking at 3 tablespoons are giving us 10 grams of protein. Again, this is a low cholesterol, high fat item that's giving us a lot of protein here. One carbohydrate. So this is something that I will be trying in this recipe. I have not had it in there before, so we will see how it turns out. All right, now that we've done all of our shopping and I've showed you all of the items, I have them all here in my cart ready to check out. I'm going to show you the total, and hopefully you can gather these items for Friday since we will be making these in class. It is totally optional and up to you if you want to gather these things, so that way you can have your own protein bars at home Friday. And our total is $23.68. So I bought all of these items. If you can, get out in the next few days and get these items to complete our recipe that we will be making together on Friday. We got all the supplies to make our protein bars. It costs us $23. I didn't end up buying the protein powder, but if you wanted to, it's an additional $10, bringing your total to $32. So next up, we make the protein bars. Yum.